Hey everyone, this is Erica Trochet from EEX 3241, and this is my interactive bulletin board. My subject was social studies within United States, the capitals of the states, and the regions of the states. So these are all my activities, and I'll go one by one. So the first one I want to start off with is over here called Regions Divided. So throughout the lessons, we were able to learn about different regions of the United States. So the instructions right here are to stick the region pieces over the correct states. I actually took out the region pieces from the Ziploc bag, and they're actually right down here. So what it is these are all kind of like puzzle pieces, as you can tell, throughout the map. So as you can tell, the map does not have any states, any information or region categorizations or anything to help the student out. So they would need to already know about this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to practice with one of them, and I stuck it on with Velcro. That way this could be easy. You could do it all throughout the regions. I just chose to do it with just this one. So Southeast is obviously down here where we live, so by Florida, Georgia, Louisiana. So this piece would stick on right here to the Southeast region. Should be able to stick on a little bit better. It's not exactly lined up right now. Hold on. It'll stick just like this. I don't want to press it too hard because I don't want the board to fall. But that's basically what it'll be. It'll line up right here, and that's how it'll go throughout the entire activity. So Southwest would go over here by the by Texas or whatnot. Midwest over here by North Dakota, South Dakota, and then would kind of fall into the figures right over here, just like that, and so on. So I have Northwest, Southwest, and Southeast. So that would be the first activity for students to do. I like this, they're able to take them down, put them back up. I would hope that none of them would really struggle with it because the shapes are kind of already outlined the way the states are, but you never know, some of them kind of look similar. So that's the first activity, focusing on regions. The second one is name that state. So I'm gonna scoot down a little bit, that way you guys can see the instructions. And it says pick a state out of the baggie, this is a baggie, and use a rubber band to outline the shape of the state. Now, do you think the person after you can name that state? So this is exactly what they're gonna do. Okay, these are different pins, and those are some materials that the teacher will need. These are push pins, so students will have to be very careful with it. And if the teacher by all means knows something different that can stick out a little bit better rather than push pins, then that would be perfect. And what they're gonna do, they're gonna go inside, they're gonna open the baggie, they're gonna choose a state. So, I chose Florida, so I'm not gonna pick a new one, but I chose Florida, obviously, to trace out. So this is my version of what Florida looks like, and I used, a couple pins and one rubber band, and so you can easily move it around, stick it out, pull out one, and then move, a different way. So if you're doing like Texas, maybe a little bit more down, focus on the triangle a little bit more. So it just kind of moves around with it, and it's all up to the student on how they see it. And this kind of fell into what my favorite lesson was, because it's all about shaping the state. So once they're done, they're going to leave it the way it is, and the next person's job to do is just kind of to figure out what they see. So if they see maybe like right here, maybe instead of seeing Florida, they see Louisiana, or they see Hawaii for some reason, or whatever it is. And so that's just kind of like a full game, fun game. It could be a partnered activity that the students come up as partners and they work on this together. So one person has to figure out what the other person had, or it could just be a student trying to outline the state. So I thought it would be a cool activity, something a little bit different and out of the ordinary for kids to do. I know nowadays it's not that common to see this, but when I was a kid, we definitely did a lot of these things, especially with limited materials. I'm gonna move on over here to the states versus capitals. So this is very simple and I think pretty fun. It is a pegboard. So what it is that they can, they're gonna match the state with the capital. Okay, so very simple. It's scattered around. So this is all the capitals on this side. This is all the states on this side. Something a teacher could do, just like I'm doing, I'm all about the shaping of the thing of the states, would be, cross out Nebraska. That way they can't see Nebraska, so they have to try to figure out, okay, well, what's the capital of this, but I need to figure out what this is first. Is it Nebraska? Is it Vermont? Is it, Jersey? Whatever it is. That's all they're really doing. They have, little rubber bands that can go from one side, to the other. Want to make it kind of long, so just in case at West Virginia, or if Trenton was the capital of West Virginia, there'd be one to be able to fit all the way up. And it's just kind of scattered around. You don't really take it off until you've completed all of them, and then it'll give like this really cool like illusion of rubber bands and just different colors. So I really like this. I think it's simple. It kind of reminds the students of what it is, and I really enjoyed it myself. I practiced it myself, and I thought it was pretty cool. The last smaller activity is this one, where is it the biggest or the smallest? So the instructions are, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of dark. It says, using the map and your knowledge of what we've learned already in the unit, place each state in order from largest to smallest. So the big thing here is, these states are not cut to size, obviously. So New Jersey is actually really small, but right here kind of looks like it's even. Well, clearly Texas is bigger, but, just bigger effect. So like I said, they want to use the map they have up here. So, Jersey's over here. They can see how small Jersey is compared to Texas. So it's a huge thing for them to know, and through the reading text that they did throughout the lessons, they should also know which ones are bigger than the other. Even, some might be close, like Louisiana and Texas might be close, but once they go and they actually look at the two states, they're like, oh yeah, it doesn't have a chance. So, they can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, biggest to smallest, or vice versa, kind of scatter around. These are already stuck with Velcro on, so I'm just don't want to really take it off right now, but these are all scattered. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. It helps them figure out size and what it really is, what each state is. And for my biggest one, and probably my favorite activity, is the cross-country activity. It's once again very simple, but I think it's actually pretty fun and cool. So also throughout the lessons, we were able to learn about some of the symbols around the country, the landmarks, and very important things, historical and just fun things. So I'll show you some of the symbols. Obviously, Statue of Liberty, the Delaware River, the Great Lakes, the Willis Tower, Mount Rushmore, the Golden Gate Bridge, NASA, and the swamp, the Grand Ole Swamp in Louisiana. So these are the different landmarks that we have, and these right here are my little students. So what it is the students will choose someone who they identify with, or whatever they want, and choose a student. The instructions, it says, grab a student and travel across the country visiting the historical landmarks we have learned about through the regions. So I'm gonna grab Susie here, and Velcro once again. So Susie's gonna go, and on this map particularly, I did not put any the Velcro sticks on it, just because it's laminated and I felt like it would have ripped off and kind of messed it up. But by all means, anybody else can do it. So what it is that Susie will go and travel from one coast to the other. What I tried to do also was at least to find one landmark in each region. That way they can travel, across the country literally. So there's 2 right here in the north east region, but by all means. So Delaware River, take Susie, Delaware River, Statue of Liberty, Great Lakes, Willis Tower, Mount Rushmore, and so on. So she'll go all around the country, and I feel like it's a pretty cool thing, and they can kind of identify with it more. And realistically, I think it's kind of like goals. Like in the future when we grow up, even now I'm 23 years old, and I want to be able to travel all these landmarks, and I want to be able to teach my students that these things, they're not outside the country. You can go and visit them. You can learn about the history, and I think that's the biggest thing behind it. All these landmarks have big historical figures in our life, and we should be able to learn about them. Besides on TV, we should be able to go visit them, have fun, create memories, take pictures, and be able to reflect back that when we were kids, while we learned about this, and now we're actually able to be here. And I think that's my biggest thing. So once again, this is my interactive board, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you.